Hey, how's it going, guys? And welcome to Best Trends. Today we're going to be going over 5 Discord podcast hosts who've sworn. Pretty much all Discord podcast hosts have slipped up and sworn before. But today I thought, why not share with you guys 5 Discord podcast hosts who've sworn. There are going to be some pretty big podcast hosts in this video, such as Regurgitated Zachary. All very big podcast hosts, and all have slipped up and sworn before. So let's get straight into it. Number 5, Jay Schlatt. Jay Schlatt is the host of the Chuckle Sandwich podcast, along with Ted Nivison and formerly Charlie Slimecycle. On episode 56, he was talking to Scott the Wozniak, where they were discussing how to properly use a bidet when Jay Schlatt said this.
You can get the breath, or you can go in and really do the whole Naruto.
It's kind of weird for someone like Jay Schlatt to curse on his podcast because he has a lot of younger viewers. Number 4, Hugging Bees. Hugging Bees, aka Andrew, was recording an episode of the official podcast with a few of his co-hosts. In this episode, rapper Froggy Fresh joins before his appearance at Creator Clash 2. When asking a question regarding Froggy's opponent, Chris Ray Gunn, Hugging Bees says this.
Just like, let's put aside all the charactering and all the showboating and whatever. Just be honest with us. Be real. Do you think you can kick Chris's ass?
He could have said butt or tush, but he had to use the A word in this scenario. I know it doesn't really make sense to me either. Why use a swear? Number 3, Anything for Views. Anything for Views, or as his fans call him, Chad, was recording an episode of Cold Ones with his co-host Max Mofo Pokemon and special guest Belle Delphine. About 5 minutes in, when questioning Belle about her recent hiatus, Chad said this.
You just came off a hiatus as well. What was the reason for that? Was there any particular reason, or you were just like, it?
It seemed a little bit unnecessary for Chad to say the F word in this scenario. It kind of goes to show you how fucking ape-like the Australians are. Number 2, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast was on Trainwrecking Television's podcast, The Scuffed Podcast, when he was questioned about his ultra-famous Squid Game video. When discussing the decision-making behind the video, Mr. Beast said this.
It ended up costing like $3.5–4 million. It made it easier in my head to like do that, because if not, and I didn't have that like little market research to see the demand, the whole time I would have been like, I don't know. Of
all of the Discord podcast hosts on this list, I'm most disgusted by Mr. Beast. You really should be watching your language when you're the most subscribed YouTuber there is. Number 1, Regurgitating Benjamin. On the 17th episode of the Regurgitator podcast, Ben and his co-host Zach are talking to Sean, better known as Ted Evil. They're discussing which day of the week is the worst to have a birthday on when Ben says this.
Sunday birthdays are for dumb pieces of shit. That's just how it is.
Hey, if your birthday is on a Sunday this year, fucking unsubscribe.
Yeah, you should
kill yourself.
Get the out of. I don't want any Sunday birthday guys.
I couldn't really watch the clip long enough. This man is so ugly. Do you see the space between his eyes? Unfortunately and unluckily, that all these Discord podcast hosts have to swear, but they are allowed to say whatever they want and do whatever they want as well. All of them are pretty much adults. Well, they are all adults. But some people don't like when people swear and won't watch those Discord podcasts because of it. But that's their choice. And those Discord podcast hosts clearly know that. And so if they really truly cared about it, then they probably wouldn't swear. So yeah.